It has been 10 days since Mona Rodriguez was shot by school safety officer Eddie Gonzalez. On Tuesday evening, Mona Rodriguez was removed from life support. Her heart, lungs, liver, and kidneys were donated to help save the lives of 5 other people. While the family is still reeling from this tragedy, they received their first victory on Wednesday.
After careful consideration, our Board of Education took the decisive action to terminate the employment of the school safety officer who was involved in the off-campus shooting on September 27th.
Mona's oldest brother, Iran Rodriguez, says this is a very small victory for the family who has yet to plan her funeral.
At all, nothing at all. That it's completely out of our hands. We don't even know when our sister is gonna be returned to us. You know, they still taking her to a coroner. She's gonna get an autopsy. Um, we have no plans of when her body will be released to us. So funeral is the last thing that we have to focus on, which is very sad because how is it that we first have to do all the legalization before we can bury our sister and let her rest finally in peace?
Geraldine Tatum was one of the first people to reach out to the Rodriguez family after the shooting. She said in the midst of the chaos, the family had very specific needs.
The mother and the brothers were unable to go and see her because they had not yet been vaccinated and they did not have a recent test. So they were trying to, and at that time, it was stated that she was going to be removed off of life support the next day. So they were like, what do you mean? We're not going to be able to see her? And what we did, there were 3 of us there, calling everyone we knew, calling where could they get a rapid test, calling administration in the hospital. And what happened, we sent them off to a center to get a rapid test. By the time they reached there, the hospital had agreed to come and administer a test, which we felt should have happened anyway in that time of crisis. Like there shouldn't have been any issue, but that was the first need.
Cliff Smith was one of the organizers of the protest that happened in front of the Long Beach Police Department on Sunday. And he says as a father, he has to be diligent in making sure what happened to Mona Rodriguez does not happen to others.
Well, the public officials haven't given us any reason to have confidence in them that they're going to take the necessary steps, and it falls onto us in the community to force them to do their job.
In the midst of this tragedy, it is hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but for Iran Rodriguez, that light is Mona's 5-month-old child.
I just came from seeing him, and it's just it's the most beautiful thing that is after all this tragedy. It's the only thing that we have left of her, and it's the only way that we can keep on going if we have our nephew.
While the Long Beach Unified School District Superintendent Jill Baker did confirm school safety officer Eddie Gonzalez has been fired as of Wednesday, she would not comment further on any criminal action in the case.
This lands right on your lap. But more importantly, you represent these students and families. Now it's your turn to hold someone's hand, give parents a hug, and reassure our students that our schools are still safe. I really hope that they are.
For the Long Beach Post, I'm Jackie Ray.